Hey everyone, Firemac speaking, and I just wanted to talk for a little bit about what's going on with the channel. This is unscripted because the more I tried to script this, the more convoluted it was going to be, and I just wanted to be straightforward and not make this like a 20-hour long video. So, alright, first of all, if I didn't say it already, yes, I am still alive. I'm still gonna make videos. I had no intention of stopping, it's just things have gotten really weird and awkward, and I don't know what exactly I'm quite doing with myself or the channel. It's weird, I know, it's dumb, and I'm surprised I still have as many subscribers as I do. I'm assuming either you're a dead account, or you just love watching the train wreck, or you just don't get the notifications and you just forget that this channel even exists. Or hey, maybe you're somebody that actually just who's very patient with me and likes seeing when I do it. If you're one of those people, I thank you. Everyone else, I don't know, I guess you'll never see this. Or if you're like a random person just coming on here, this video may serve no purpose for you because this is more like a update for everyone else that, I don't know, this update video might make any kind of sense? Yeah, it's basically a weird update video because I got some things to talk about. First, you might be noticing the footage right now. It looks an awful like MacFest if you've ever been to MacFest. If you haven't been to MacFest, this is MacFest. In fact, this is the arcade area and game, it's a little more than that. But basically, if you're been around, I usually like to upload convention videos, and I was going to make a MacFest video with full-on vlogs and stuff, but I didn't really like my vlog footage, and I was gonna show you this basically. So, but since MacFest is long gone at this point, this is now basically my leftover footage that I'm going to use as background for just me talking here for the update video. I really didn't plan too much about what I was going to say here, if that wasn't obvious enough. So, what's going on? Well, gameplay channel basically happened. Actually, before that, video games, lots of video games, and a lot of things, like me being super sick. Being very sick sucks, by the way. If you've ever been like out of commission for like 3 weeks, you know that you just can't do anything during that time because you're just bedridden the whole time. But Final Fantasy 15, that was something that I've been waiting for a very long time. I'm a huge Final Fantasy fan, if you couldn't tell. And once that came out, I wanted to devote all my time on that, which I did. And then once I was done with that, I was going to make this really in-depth review. And I was actually working on it, and I was typing it up, and I was getting to the point where I was like, alright, I'm going to start formulating this review. But it didn't happen. Because I ended up, I think I got demotivated a bit. And then like family stuff was going on, so it was hard for me to focus on my work. So I just kind of pushed it off to the side. But then, before I realized it, Kingdom Hearts 2.8 came out. Actually, before then, I was trying to play Kingdom Hearts Unchained because I was trying to get myself up to snuff on the story, and that didn't quite work out because Unchained is a beast of a game that is very long for no reason. But that's a topic for another time. But 2.8 came out. That was something else I was very excited for because since I'm a huge Final Fantasy fan, it kind of extends to me being a huge Kingdom Hearts fan as well. I love Kingdom Hearts, probably one of my favorite games ever. And so I'm getting really excited for Kingdom Hearts 3, and you know, 0.2 was in there, and and Uncovered was in there, and that's like all new information for me, so I was super excited about that. But then came Dream Drop Distance, a game I love that game, but I gotta back up a bit. I'm a big trophy hunter, a bit of a completionist, you know? So I love getting platinum trophies in games. And when I was working on Dream Drop Distance, I realized there's no trophy guides out there. There's like literally no guides. I mean, there's like old guide information for like the old game on the 3DS, but you know, that doesn't really apply too much to the trophies. So I decided that with this bright idea, I'm gonna write a trophy guide. Yeah, that's great, because I've never written one before, and I always wondered what that was like. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of work. It's like almost like making a gigantic script for a new video, and it took a lot out of me, and it wasn't just one trophy guide that I did, because afterwards, I was talking to the moderators of that forum, and they were like, hey, you should make a supplemental guide to go with that trophy guide. I'm like, okay. So, I mean, I could have said no, but it's part of me was like, you know what? Yeah, I'll do it. I'll make a supplemental guide. So I got into that, and before I realized it, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make some video guides for this. So that's what I did. I made a bunch of video guides. If you go over to the gameplay channel right now, there is a ton of guides for this, and this was all for the trophy guide and supplemental guide that I posted on the PlayStationTrophies.org website. Oh my gosh, I spent so much time on it. I never thought it was gonna take that long. I think it took me the entire month of February to do it. It's that insane. But hey, people are finding use for it, and it was cool. I like it, but this was after I made the announcement on the gameplay channel that I was going to stop focusing on the gameplay channel, because the gameplay channel has consumed my YouTube career in a sense. Because what's the point of having a gameplay channel, which is usually a secondary channel for people, to their main channel? But I have not developed my main channel at all, so it's like I have this weird hybrid of a YouTube identity, and I didn't really like it. So, and I have this tendency, is like if I start something, especially if it's a Let's Play series, that I want to finish it. But because of that urge, it was really interfering with everything. Every time I wanted to do something new, I would push off whatever I was working on to try to do the new thing, and then now I had a new thing I wanted to finish on top of the other thing I wanted to finish, so I would just like quadruple my freaking workload every time, and it just wasn't working out. So I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna end it. I need to stop. As much as it like pains me for like OCD reasons, I have to let it go. I just need to let it go and let it end. So I made that decision, and I made a announcement video, sort of, that I was gonna put the channel on a hiatus. But then I released like 90 new videos for the guides. So it's really, I'm really bad at this. I don't know how to handle this. Like, one of my friends was like, you should just upload the guides to the main channel, but that's not what the main channel is about, and I really don't want to do that. So, but I got the guides out of the way, and so I think I'm finally ready to focus on the main channel. That's why I'm partially making this update video. If any of this sounds confusing to you, or, I mean, if you don't care, you're not gonna ask, but if you do care and you want clarification on anything, comment. I will literally, if you want an explanation, just comment below, and I'll explain it to you. If this is not straightforward as I'm trying to make it be, please comment. I would love to explain it. Yeah, I would love to explain anything I can to you, because there's just so much going on, and it's hard to kind of convey it in like one message, because this is like a string of events in conjunction to what I've been doing. But anyway, moving on. But yeah, basically, I hate that I made the guides like right after I said, hey, I'm gonna put the channel on hiatus, and then it wasn't on hiatus. But whatever, that's the whole thing. I'm probably gonna make a video on the gameplay channel trying to like say, hey, this is what's up. Moving on. I've been talking a lot about this already. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I don't want to make this long, and look at me, it's already a 10-minute video. Anyway, main channel, right? Gameplay channel, that's what's going on with the gameplay channel. But the main channel is a whole nother beast, because I've been for the longest time trying to give this channel an identity. You know, basically, I went through all sorts of kinds of videos in the past, and I'm kind of like focusing down to where I want to be. I'm basically gonna be talking about specific titles. I still don't know if I'm gonna be strictly reviews, or I'm just gonna make videos talking about the titles. It's gonna be weird, but I'm gonna be experimenting with that. So try to work with me on that. It's gonna be a very experimental period with those kind of videos for me. I mean, I did kind of do a decent job of trying to gear my channel towards going that route since last year, but there were still video kinds of content that I was making that didn't quite fit with the overall scheme of things. like reaction videos, discussion videos. I mean, there's nothing wrong with a discussion video. I might still try to make those, but they're still more frequent than I want them to be. I want you to see like reviews and stuff. I want you to see that and like, alright, this is the kind of channel I come here for, basically. That's what I'm trying to do. I want to do countdown videos as well. That's going to be a main part of the channel. So that's what I want to do, and I want to cover video games and anime. So not strictly video games and not strictly anime. And I know my audience might be split on that. It sucks, but it's something I'm passionate about, and if it comes down to it, I might have to make like a third channel. I don't want to do that, so because that's usually a bad idea, because I'm already making it harder on myself with the whole gameplay channel thing. So I'm going to try to keep it all on one channel, and hopefully I'll gain an audience that enjoys both kinds. Now, the idea here is that I do it weekly, because that's the only way people keep coming back, because a lot of people on the internet are very impatient people. And the way YouTube is made is geared to people who make, what's the word I'm thinking of? Constant content on a regular schedule. I've been very bad at that, and I'm not sure if I can actually do it, because it's really hard. Especially if you're like me, who likes to put all his focus on one thing. Like, example, let's say there's a new show that comes out, or not a new show, an old show that I've been meaning to watch is like, let's say it's up to like 500 episodes or something. And if I started watching that series, I would want to watch it the entire way in one go, without breaking off to do other things. Because when I do that, I end up forgetting to go back to what I was doing. I hate that, and so I love to basically binge watch, binge play, whatever it is, you know, just take it all in at once. So it's hard for me to be like that and then try to do something that's asks you to be a weekly schedule, you know? But I know that's the nature of YouTube, and if I want any kind of success, I have to keep that schedule. Now, like I said, I'm going to try, keyword try, to do that. Try to make it weekly. It's going to be tough. I expect to miss weeks, even from the get-go, that, I expect to do it. But I will be focusing on the main channel more, so at the very least, I want to aim for at least one video a month. That's at the very least. I should be able to go beyond that, but at the very least, one video a month. So that's the plans, but let's talk about things that were supposed to come out already. I don't think I was very public about it, but I wanted to make a Final Fantasy 15 review. Actually, in fact, I was talking about that earlier, wasn't I? But the Final Fantasy 15 review was supposed to come out because I was very passionate about what I wanted to say about that game, and I just got sidetracked, and then all these updates are coming to the game, and I don't know how much of that's going to still be relevant. So I don't know what the state of that's going to be. I will still want to talk about Final Fantasy 15, so expect something to come out from me for Final Fantasy 15. And like I said earlier, the footage you're looking at now is strictly MagFest footage, and there was going to be a convention video for that. I don't think I'm going to make convention videos anymore, at least not in the way I have been. Like, I might still take footage and stuff, but I might do something different with it, because I do like to catalog my outings on conventions, but I might just do something different. That's something else I'm going to experiment with, because the convention videos are they're kind of outnumbering everything else in a way. So I want to avoid that, because I don't want people coming here thinking like, oh, this is the channel that goes to conventions all the time, and we get to see all this, you know? And I just want to avoid that. And finally, anime. I had made the decision to stop the top 10s per the season, because I wanted to focus on specific titles. And because of that nature, I was going to make them podcasts, basically bringing back invite only to talk about the seasons and stuff. I don't know what's the future of that, but I expect that to evolve in a way to maybe you won't see it anymore, because there's so many channels out there that talk about the seasons in anime. then I'm not sure if it's even worth doing. I mean, some people watch this stuff. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. The intention was that I was gonna make a second podcast early in the season, so like to kind of replace the whole top 10 deal with ENIPS there. And we would talk about, like, hey, these are the anime that stood out to us, basically, in podcast form. That way I could save a lot of work for me, so I can actually do the things that I keep saying I'm going to do. So, I don't know. Those are a lot of videos I promised. I don't know. Out of all of those, the only one I can promise is going to come out in some form is the Final Fantasy 15 review. So there you go. There you have it. I've been speaking a lot. And I feel like every time I make these, I feel like I'm forgetting something. But it's kind of pointless to script an entire update video. And I don't know. I'm just going to end this video because I'm just starting to doubt myself too much and stopping mid-sentence and like, I should probably say something, but you know, can't think of anything. I'm just going to end the video right now. Any questions you have, comments, bad or good, whatever, put it down below. This is Firemac saying bye-bye. See you next time.